So, it's just getting weirder by the day. Ronan Farrow with the fucking article about Sam Altman, who's the head of OpenAI, summoning aliens through portals. And then we have the Matt Gaetz stuff talking about the hybridization programs. Oh my lord. Okay. Again, what I'm being guided is that everything is contracted right now. And this is just seeding into our subconscious about aliens. There's no way in God's green fucking earth that he is going to allow a negative alien species overtake this fucking planet. We are going to New Earth. There are how many thousands of people that we've seen on the same timeline of New Earth, 5D. They literally did Project Looking Glass. Project Looking Glass alone completely debunks anything else. Any alien shit coming out right now, refer back to Project Looking Glass, which is where they tried to use these little cubes, like fucking Interstellar, to see into the future, and every single outcome converged to the collapse of all systems, because the aliens will be coming down, like I said. I do wonder, though, these Stargate portals, if that's, like, where they're going to be coming through. Maybe that's, like, a little sign from us, like, oh, we got to go to the Stargate portals. Or, you know, that kind of stuff. But, also, I want to just say, they've already been doing this, summoning these aliens through these portals, through CERN, since the 50s. How the fuck you think we got cell phones? How the fuck you think our technology just boomed and exploded? They have literally listen to what's his face. Who was the president? Carter? No, it wasn't Carter. It was, what's his name? Truman, maybe? Harry Truman? I don't remember which one. It was a very unnotable, president. I can't remember his name. In the 50s, they already released that he was in, he was gonna potentially release. So same with JFK. There's a whole conspiracy about him potentially releasing the existence of aliens to humans, and that's why he got taken out. The other president decided not to do it, and that's why he didn't get taken out. So I just want everybody to relax. Everybody's got to relax here. This is what's gonna be happening. They're gonna start spinning our wheels in all sorts of different directions and get us as confused as possible. So if you go into doomsday mode, like, we are fucked, it's just gonna make you feel like shit, okay? Listen to my channels and look at around everywhere. There's so much evidence that 5D New Earth is coming. We already know that they're gonna try to make us as scared as possible. This is what they're doing inside of Baby Project Bluebeam, because they're not going to be allowed to do a Baby Project Bluebeam where they fake an alien invasion. So what they're going to do is they're going to start releasing shit like this, articles about random shit that seems out of control, and we're just screwed. They've already done it twice now, with the Matt Gaetz shit, and now this stuff with Ronan Farrow and Sam Altman. You know, it's like, okay, well, we have like a year and a half left, maybe, before all this stuff starts to converge. And again, they're going to seed into our subconscious. Unfortunately, yes, they do have control of the narrative of it being negative. And those are the two timelines we're going to see right now. We're going to see people who are taking the aliens are going to kill us and they're going to take over the world timeline. Or we're going to see people like us who are like, chill the fuck out. They're just literally coming here during open contact. Actually, there's proof of this in the book of Revelations in Yeshua's time. And instead of angels, it was actually aliens that came down and gave us new technology, and that's what ancient Egypt is. And we already have proof that ascensions are successful, so let's stop freaking out. Let's just not do that. Let's just not, okay? We do have two choices here. We can freak out, or we can be excited. I'm really excited for the aliens. And I know that negative, nefarious aliens, again, are on their dissension period. So we're still in a dissension period. So it's very well they're still talking with the bad aliens, whatever. Our government's been in cahoots with aliens for almost 100 years now. So the fact that they're allowing these articles to come, you also have to ask yourself that question. The media is controlled by who? The elites. So anything that comes out, they're allowing right now. Why? Why would they allow all this stuff to come out right now? Why? Why would they allow all this nasty, negative shit come out? Not one single positive article about it. Why? Why have they done everything that they've done? To manipulate us. So if you actively know that you're being manipulated, then you have to work against the manipulation. First, you have to come to conscious awareness that you're being manipulated. Then you have to apply those 2 brain cells to the manipulation and say, hey, based on patterns of them manipulating us for hundreds of years, and what I know about Ascension and my own experience of Christ consciousness and 3D and all these random people who shouldn't have Christ consciousness but do. And I know that they're fucking manipulating me. I'm gonna choose the positive one, even though I have no physical evidence of that. That's God testing us right now. He's all into tests and lessons, and which one are you gonna take? Are you gonna take Satan's timeline or are you gonna take God's timeline? And I'm just going to stick with God's. Delusionally so. However, I will say, all the rest of this stuff is fucking delusional. So that's what I'm saying. Choose your delusion. Choose your delusion. Because either way, it's delusional. It's literally delusional to believe in fucking aliens coming through Stargate portals. Or that they're doing hybridization programs, or they're stealing us. Oh, also these scientist shit coming out. They're gonna paint that like it's the aliens taking them or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's clearly the government. Why would the government now release these articles about all these scientists with all this, like, UFO? Why would they do that? To scare us starseeds. Because they're showing people that they are attacking people who are on the timeline of trying to get this information out or studying this type of information. One of them was anti-gravity, and she was murdered 4 years ago, and now it's coming back up with the rest of the scientists. Like I said, you have to be ahead of them. You have to outsmart them right now. And the only thing we're doing right now is training our nervous systems. That's what this is. It's training for our brains and our nervous systems, because we're not physically harmed. So if you're not in a physical harm pathway, then you are under a mental fucking battle. By our government. By the elites in the world. That is what they're doing. Why do you think they're, like, bombing everything and doing all this terrible shit right now? Because they are trying to see, because they know how our brains work. They're trying to seed our brains with as much negativity as humanly possible so that we are more susceptible to the negative news stories than our own conclusions that we have come to. Like I said, this year is going to be a challenge. This is going to test you on a lot of levels. And stuff's going to get scary. They're going to start saying scary stuff, okay? Just because they're all talk doesn't mean it's true. Because that's all they are. Big game. Talking big game right now. All this shit. I mean, yes, I know Trump is redacting policies and things like that, you know, whatever. But then, you know, Joe Rogan comes out with fucking Ibogaine. And is standing behind President Trump. So fuck you. I don't care if you're here for trying to get fucking psychedelics fucking pass, you fucking traitor. I've always hated fucking Joe Rogan, and I always will. He is now sided with a pedophile just to push forward psychedelics. Okay, I don't care. I don't care what you're trying to push forward. So you do not get in cahoots with a known pedophile who should be in jail right now. Fucking ridiculous. Although it is a good step in the right direction. I will say that. Duality. But fuck you, Joe Rogan. I've always fucking hated his ass. It's like, bro, there's other ways to do that. Ridiculous. It's just disgusting. I don't know what's going on with that shit, but this is what I'm saying. Use your discernment. Don't believe these fuckers. Don't believe them they've lied to us about everything. 9/11. Aliens existing. What they're doing with us in this country. That we have freedoms. So now, why now all of a sudden would we believe them? We gotta use our brain cells. We gotta stop panicking here. Stop. And if you haven't trained your brain, start training your brain. Start rewiring it. That's my advice, kids. I know it's gonna be rough. Buckle in. I said this year is gonna be a challenge. I fucking meant it.